You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 270.
Man, 270 in honor of 420. I am Rastafarian Ralph this week.
Hey, you got the locks to prove it. So it's up. New listeners, follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On X, I'm J. Wait. On X, I'm JON 2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Hey man, make sure y'all holler at us. Look, I don't even be on X for real like that no more. I done forgot. I forgot what my handle is, bro. Hey, anyway, look, round of applause. Happy Easter. Happy 420 to all that celebrate either or.
Or both.
Yeah. Or both, yeah, in conjunction, whatnot. Yeah. Ralph, my guy, how you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, man. Feeling relaxed. Happy Easter or Resurrection Sunday, however these people phrase it these days. Happy 420 to those that partake. I'm cool, man. Enjoyed a week off, I would say. I didn't, you don't know you need a break until you need a break.
True.
But everything cool in my world, bro. Ain't nothing to really complain about. And if it's really like that, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. What about you,
man? Bro? Look, bro, I've been boost to the ground nonstop for like the last week and a half, bro.
Been around the world and now, yeah.
Hey man, look.
Come on, man.
So yeah, Ralph know, but to those that don't, I was in Chicago last weekend for C2E2. Mm-hmm. Me and the homies go up there every year, just to kick it and be engulfed in.
Shoot some gunshots, man. Shoot some gunshots. All right.
Look. All right. First of all, it's always a good time. I think that was the 15th year anniversary of C2E2.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and that was my 6th time going, either 5th or 6th. But yeah, it's always a good time. Last minute cosplay I decided to do with Static Shock.
Okay.
Shout out to Virgil Hawkins, DC Comics and all that. But yeah, man, it was lit. Now I was actually surprised because I did not see one other Static Shock, and I got so many compliments on the costume, and everybody was like, "Why don't more people do Static?" I was like, "Hey man, I don't know," but it was lit.
He's losing his luster right now, and that's because he has no live adaptations. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Which is, I mean, that's a crime in itself. It is, but hey, man, I guess leave it up to me to keep it alive out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Keep the black geek culture up, man. The black people up, man.
Word up. But I had to leave a day early because I had to get to Kansas City because I was a part of this USTA event with an organization called Jack and Jill. Are you familiar with Jack and Jill?
Yeah, I heard about them. For sure.
Yeah. So the Kansas City branch, they had an event set up with the USTA, and I was asked to go out there and help with like on-court coaching, and then also participate in a panel to talk about my time playing tennis at the HBCU. So left a day early to go do that.
Hey, yeah, don't go out there. Thank you. I know you're humble, man. Hey, shoot that
shit. But no, it was a great event. It was about 20 kids.
Okay.
That seemed to enjoy their for most of them, it was their first time picking up a tennis racket. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get some that want to stick to it. So that was cool. That was cool.
That's what's up, man.
And then got home late the next morning, and
Just
then
after.
a couple of days after that, I got sick.
Oh man. Well, that's the cost of
Bro, I'm
having
just now
fun.
recovering.
That's the cost of having fun. You know that.
For real, it's
Anytime that we as men, especially adult men that really try to take care of responsibilities with family and bills and all that man stuff, right? The minute a nigga get 3-4 days for himself, he got to come back to it sick. How many times we done hit the vacation and got sick? And then
Man,
it was a guy's trip too. So it's kind of like now you really got to get sick. Like, ain't that
like for real. That's what you get for having your own time. Like, hey, that's
but the minute I have a family vacation or just me and have a vacation, I come back just fine.
Man,
like,
look, rejuvenated everything. Skin glowing. It's crazy.
Right. I'm like, that's crazy.
But real quick before we get to Off the Dome,
mm-hmm.
I need the listeners, the YouTube watchers, I need everybody to know how much I appreciate Ralph. Like, Ralph is like real motivation for me. First of all, Ralph done put on the hottest outfit of the decade and put that mug on Instagram. Listen to me.
I wasn't ready.
Listen, bro. Because first of all, whenever, and I think this goes for men and women, when you get complimented by somebody that be putting that shit on, it feel good. So I changed my profile pic on the iPhone. Ralph was like, "Hey, minor hate" type shit, and it felt good because I know how Ralph be putting it on. I know how he be putting it on. So for those that didn't see it, listen. I gotta just explain this. Hold on, but you lucky I don't pull this shit up on the computer. Cause look, Ralph had the singular most firest fit that I've seen in a very long time. This man had on the brown floral jacket joint. First of all, the centerpiece of the whole shit. Centerpiece. The hat, he had the matching hat, which matched the shoelaces to his shoes. And then the color of the shoe matched the jacket, like the undertone of the jacket. But then it was pink throughout. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Round of applause, man. Round of applause. Amazing.
Thank you.
I love my bro, man. That shit crazy. I love it.
That, man. Hey, man.
Look, I felt good because you complimented me.
Well, see, this is the thing, right? We talk about this quite often when it comes to fashion and stuff like that. Now, I attempt to do what I do, and I think we all do that, right? But it's like when you buy things and you buy pieces, you have to buy them things that matter or things that kind of work together. Like, why, does it make sense for me to buy every Jordan, every retro release, every hot sneaker that comes out? No, because they not just fit my style. Like, you have to figure it out. And why? And then I had those shoes probably. Them last year's, baby. That's last year's stuff, baby. I'm pretty sure they done trampled all over the internet by now. But it's like it matters when I wear them. That's how I feel. It matters when I wear them.
That's right. Hey, man, statement piece, damn it. I love it. I love it. Like, man, round of applause again. Wow.
Nah, man. What we doing, man? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got you, bro. Let's try this out. Simple question, probably has been recycled a few times, but it's always a new answer every time, right?
Yep.
What is a song that was saved by a guest feature? You wouldn't listen to the song if this verse was not on here. It's the beat not saving it. It's not, it's not. It's like the verse. It's the verse.
Ooh.
And your answer can change from day to day, right?
Right.
But I think, and I'll give you my answer, right? And it was kind of inspired from that playlist I sent you the other day, right? Where I was like, look at these hip hop and R&B songs of 2008. Like, oh my God, they aged horribly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of those are our faves, and some of those are considered elites. But I'm talking about a Lil Wayne feature in particular, right? Now, Lil Wayne went on this feature run from, let's just say, 06 to let's say 2010. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where he was just the features. They were there.
Yeah.
Now we talking about a song in 2007. It's David Banner featuring Lil Wayne, Akon, and Snoop Dogg called 9mm. The song, the beat, None of that matters because Lil Wayne smoked it, and I like Lil Wayne's verse. Everybody else, fuck out of here. Like Akon, hook, trash. David Banner, okay, you make beats, bro, but the rapping was like, nah. At that point, I think God Boss David Banner is way more a better rapper than
for sure.
Down, like a pimp. And then Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg just be rapping. He don't be saying nothing. Nobody remembers Snoop. But Lil Wayne's verse. Tool on deck, why would I lie? Nigga, you a pussy, hope you got 9 lives. I can hit a nigga with the 9 times. Country ass nigga like likely and rhymes. Dipper.
So that's a great answer. And mine is kind of offbeat, offshoot, I guess. Because at least people in our generation, I don't think nobody really listening to Gangstar like that. I'm gonna just go on and say it. But they have a song. Jadakiss has a feature on one of their songs. The song is called "Right Where You Stand," and the beat is okay. Gangstar cool. Take it or leave it. But Jadakiss floated the whole 16, just floated.
Okay, let me ask you this: was it one of Gangstar's like original works, or was it something that they cooked up posthumously?
No, this is an original joint. This had to be. This had to be early to mid 90s, I think.
Because I think, okay, because I know they did release a Gangstar album after Guru passed at some point, and I was thinking like maybe it was a Jadakiss verse on that. Well, listen, like you said, hey man, shout out to them people. I love Gangstar, but I ain't listen to him. I'm not gonna hold you.
I know,
but I can't tell you the Jadakiss verse. Well, hey, shout out.
Listen, but Jadakiss, the whole 16 just floated. But Jadakiss is one of those feature artists that really don't miss either. So, but on that particular song, he went crazy. So I definitely got to go with that one.
Cool.
All right. So for my off the dome, I actually was I was scrolling through Apple Music and seeing a song and got to having a conversation about it, which is gonna be my answer. But I need to ask you, what song's clean version is way better than the explicit version? Like if you heard the explicit version, it probably ruined it for you. Like the clean version is just way better.
Sensual Seduction.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That was my
I don't want to say sexual eruption at any time.
Never.
Unless I'm in the, but saying eruption is kind of crazy. Oh, about to erupt. Oh, that's crazy.
Hey man, when you snooping, you can say whatever. I guess it worked. I don't know.
I guess, my boy.
Maybe it's a West Coast shit. I don't know.
Hey yo. But nah, it's like that's a clear cut answer for me. Like I know it's other answers, but
that's the one. No, that's the one.
And then I'll say this, right? Let's just take it off of that, right? I think when I first heard Back That Ass Up, because I never heard the explicit version at first.
Yeah.
And then because remember the radio edit and the explicit one are two different songs actually, but they start to kind of sneak ass in there on the radio, like they start saying back that thing
up, yeah,
like that's when I'm like we starting to lose the recipes, like they starting to play ass on the radio. That was a shifting moment in the culture.
Big facts.
Like,
big facts.
Ass was flying across the FCC airwaves and nobody said nothing. But like
they changed the laws.
But like even the complexion of Manny Fresh's even bridge verse in that song changes when you talk about the explicit version. So I was like, oh, like now that's true to New Orleans, because when you listen to a lot of like bounce music, those Dick Against the Wall, all that type of stuff is in there. So I'm just saying it's all in there. But that was pretty much what that was. But to hear the original, like hear the radio edit and then hear what the original version sounds like, yeah.
So let me ask you about the hook to Nelly's Country Grammar. So in the explicit version, I'm going down, down, baby, yo, street in the Range Rover, street sweeper, baby, cock ready to let it. Yeah. Now, I didn't hear the explicit version until years down the line. So when I heard it, I said, "Wait, what did he just say?"
Really?
Now I'm used to the clean joint, like family friendly and all that. So because I heard it for so long, I think I like the edited version better. Not
Jesus
saying
Christ.
the explicit. I know. It's yeah. I don't know. Sheltered. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I mean, I thought you had the album. That's why I'm like, how? Unless you had the clean
Oh no,
version,
I had it.
which is possible.
Yeah. I probably had the clean version.
I mean, which is possible. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, you sometimes when you just in the CD buying frenzy, you don't look for the sticker. You just want the album. So it's very possible that you could have bought the clean version. It's hard to be like, you know, especially we've been doing this thing. Like, you ain't never had the country out and grab an album as much as we talk on it and defend it, and like you never bought it.
well, bought it. If I did, I probably got it from Walmart, and
It
Walmart
was
only
clean.
sold the clean versions. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's fair
So
enough.
yeah, there we go.
But yeah, people, that was off the dome, man. What song got saved by a guest feature? Give it to me.
Yep. And then what songs edited version is better than the explicit version? Let us know.
Yes, sir. What's happening, OS Gang, family, and kin folk? We got a few topics. On the OS News docket this week. We lighting the ass, baby. But let's start here first. Let's just go ahead and get controversial, man. Billboard dropped the top 25 female MC list of all time, or female rapper list of all time. Johnny, were you able to review Billboard list?
Yes. And should we go through the list first?
Yeah. Well, let me just ask you this straight up. Do you agree with number one?
My mind.
Uh-oh.
I really want to say no. I really do want to say no. I'm not gonna lie, but I can't refute the career of said number one. I can't. I can't really talk against it. So, do I want to disagree? Absolutely. But can I disagree? I cannot. So that's pretty much where I stand with it.
It's just like, I guess it depends on what the criteria was, or whatever. But we don't care about the criteria, honestly. Do we? Do we? Really
We don't. We don't. We don't.
Because just knowing off of a well-rounded sense of the word, like, you know, female rapper and everything, like longevity, influence, album sales, singles, notoriety, you know, all those great things. If you told me that, we can say it now, I guess, because, you know, this list 2 weeks old at this point. No building suspense. Nicki Minaj being number one. I won't.
It makes sense.
I won't. I'm not. There's no argument there. Now, anything after 2, goddamn it, there's a top conversation. Because my GOAT is number 2. You know, if you're talking about the female side of things, just everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I know I'm encompassing more than just her being her rapper, her pen to paper type of skill. Like, yes, she's a singer. Yes, she's a songwriter, a producer, a arranger, like an overall visionary. So if Missy Elliott is number 2 on this list, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you got nothing. I got nothing there.
My entire issue with this list is the title of the list. This list says best female rappers of all time. That's where my gripe comes in, because some of the names on this list, if we're talking all time, should not be on here.
Go and say them out loud.
So let's just get to it, right? We're gonna start from 25 and get to 1. So 25 is Tierra Whack.
Absolutely.
24 is Doechii.
No.
23 is Gangsta Boo.
Okay.
22 is Lady of Rage. 21 is Glorilla.
No.
Number 20 is Moni Love.
No. I mean, yeah. No. I'm sorry.
Look, just ready. You ready?
Yeah, I'm just ready.
19 is Lotto.
No.
18 is Remy Ma. 17 is Rhapsody. 16 is Doja Cat. 15 is Megan Thee Stallion. 14 is Left Eye. 13 is Trina. 12 is Da Brat. 11 is Cardi B. Now we get into the top 10. Number 10, Foxy Brown. Number 9, we have Eve. Number 8, we have Roxanne Shante. Number 7, we have Salt and Pepper. Number 6, we have MC Light. All right, now we get into the top 5. Number 5 is Queen Latifah. Number 4 is Lil Kim. Number 3 is Lauryn Hill. 2 is Missy Elliott, and 1 is Nicki Minaj. off the back, at least 40 shouldn't even be on this list. If we're talking about greatest female rapper of all time. Listen, it's way too early in Doechie's career. Glorilla, she on the run, but of all time, I wouldn't put her there just yet. Not saying she doesn't have, she's not on that trajectory, but right now, definitely not. I would not put Doja Cat on there. She don't even have a full rap album. And honestly, I don't know if I put Megan Thee Stallion there right now. Of all time. And if I do, she's on the lower tier. Maybe she's 20 to 25 range.
I'm about to say, is she above Tierra Whack? Because you didn't say her.
Oh, yes. Well, yes, she's above Tierra Whack because of the accolades that she has. Tierra Whack is a better rapper to me, but Megan is the better star and rap star. So
yeah. Nah, I wouldn't have Tierra. Listen, everybody current. Why are they here?
Basically,
let's just get that
basically.
straight. Like, why are you here? Like, and then we can kind of like you can put those toward the bottom if we're being very, very respectful of it.
True.
But nah, none of them should be there. Like, if Gangsta Boo is here, I'm great with that. I'm not saying she has to be anywhere but on the list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think Amia X should be here for the same reason.
Absolutely.
The same reason Gangsta Boo is, even though Gangsta Boo has at least one notable song. I think Mia X was a part of great posse cuts that most people can identify with. You know what I'm saying? Like make them say her, make them say verse. And you being the first lady of one of the notable rap labels, you know what I'm saying, helps your case a lot. Like the reason Lady of Rage is on here. She has one notable song, and she is a force to be reckoned with when you come to like the first lady debate. I mean, Emil could be on here over some of these people.
True. I was also possibly thinking about either a Rod Digger or a Shauna type. Rod Digger for sure, I feel like should be here. But honestly, I think I can make a case for Shauna as well, especially if we take all of the current artists off. My question to you though, how do you feel about Cardi B being on this list?
It's trash. She shouldn't be here at all. The only significance she has is that she has a rap Grammy, and that's a Doechii argument too. But
right, which is crazy.
But that's it though. There's no influence. There's nothing. I don't look at Cardi and see an influence of Cardi in the female rap space.
Yeah.
That you can't bridge your archetype back to Lil' Kim on. So it's kind of like Cardi is just there. Right. Cardi has a notable song though, but I guess Cardi is on here, but Cardi being over Trina is fucking insane.
It's crazy, right?
Like, I'm sorry, that's insane to me.
No disrespect when I say this. Now,
which means disrespect is coming.
Because I want to, thinking about accolades, she has at least 2 hit songs that it's either her song or been a part of. I'm thinking about Remy Ma here. Do you like her being on the list? Do you like where she's at on the list? You think she should be higher, lower? Like, what are you thinking about Remy Ma? She's at 18.
Remy Ma is in the same space of like Lady Rage, Gangsta Boo, LeChat, people like that, and that's with all due respect. Like Remy's star is bigger because of her jail time and her relationship with Papoose. She went in a one-sided beef with Nicki Minaj, which I think the record itself was pretty good. She has 2 notable guest. No, she has 1 notable song and 2 guest verses that I can think of. Reminisce. I'm Conceited, and then the Lean Back verse, and then All the Way Up verse.
And the Annie Up remix with my MOP. I think she on that too.
The only person I respect on that is Busta Rhymes. No, we're not doing that. If we can't remember it, that's a reach. There's a lot of people that did remix verses. That's a reach from them right there.
That's funny. Okay, all right. Look, touche.
No, but I'm just
Touche.
saying. But with her conceded, and those those verses right there, I think that she warrants a spot. Like I'm using the first lady argument for most people. Because if you're the first lady of said label, that gets you a space in all time talks, all time conversations.
True.
So,
especially if you're first lady and have any type of success, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, most first lady success are contingent on how hot the males are, right? I think Kim was probably the only one that had she wasn't a part of no label then. Never mind. It was like bad boy adjacent, but she was never bad boy.
Okay.
So never mind. But when it comes to like first lady arguments, like look at Nikki, like Nikki, Trina, Remy, Gangsta Boo, Eve, like all these people were a part of stables that had hotter male artists, and it was on them to stand on they too and do what they needed to do, either just being hot guest verses, because that happens sometimes with female rappers, or they do their own thing and become their own stars.
Right. I don't know. A part of me always wants to make a case for Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, we didn't even touch that. Like we ain't tried to like.
I guess maybe trying to save it for last, but I mean,
not even that, bro. I'm just tired of the conversation. It's like, yes, we know she had one. Nothing's going to change about how we feel, like what the music industry and the people a little bit older than us, the older millennials, think about Lauryn Hill. That is not going to change.
It's really not.
It's really not. I guess, just keep rehashing certain conversations and stuff like that. Yes, I know she has one album. Yes, I know it's R&B influenced hip hop. Like I know this. Like I just don't know what else to do. And there's no new take on it. Like you'll see, like
it's not, and there probably won't ever be either. So.
It won't be. But the fact that she's top 5.
But she gonna always be top. She gonna always be top 5 though. Always.
She always will be in the conversation, right? I wouldn't personally say she's one. I said Missy is one for me, just about everything. But hey, Lauryn Hill.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
They should have just. I don't know. They should have retitled this just the best female rapper or something, like not of all time.
So basically, we're putting Salt and Pepper as a group on here as one person, like. Even though Salt is over here and Pepper is over here, and then Spinderella is in the middle. Like, it's kind of like the Run DMC thing. Remember we was talking about the 12 Kings that Ye did? He put Run DMC. It's the same thing. So we can't separate Salt and Pepper in this conversation. You can't,
because neither one of their solo careers was worth anything. So you gotta keep them together. Got to. So
that's true. That is very true. Salt only had that verse with Kurt Franklin. And
look. Come on now. That's what I'm saying. Nobody listen to Pep's album. Nobody listen to that.
Salt album either shit.
Exactly. So here we are.
But yeah, let us know what y'all think about that top 25 list from Billboard. Let us know. But yeah, speaking of albums, right? An interesting conversation came about. It's not original thought of OS, but it's definitely a fun game we can play. We saw it on TikTok. We was like, oh, let's bring it to the platform. So the question was asked, if you had one artist and an album and they stopped making albums after that, pretty much you'll be okay with their career, their output, and whatever. So you got to think about albums that had a ripple effect throughout hip hop. Where would you be okay with this certain artist stopping at? So Johnny, I want to bring that question to you, bro. Have you thought of an artist that you will be okay with their catalog and everything if it just stopped right there?
Yeah, I have a few. I'm not sure how many you got, but we can exchange, back and forth one on one. If I'm being honest, after seeing the TikTok and thinking about the question, the very first person I really thought about was Twista.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've tried to keep up with Twista's musical career, just albums that he put out. And if I'm being honest, if he would have stopped at Kamikaze, I would be fine.
Okay.
And he's had at least 3 albums since, after that.
He had like a
Hey,
whole bunch of like it was kind of like the Busta Rhymes thing, like the elements, like not the elements, but disaster and
yeah, so
F5 and
it
all that
was
stuff.
it was Kamikaze. It was the day
Yeah,
after
yeah,
category
yeah,
F5.
yeah,
Then it
yeah.
was something
See,
else.
remember it
Like,
was something like that.
yeah, like I'm gonna be honest. Kamikaze would have. So Adrenaline Rush was before Kamikaze, right?
Absolutely.
And and Adrenaline Rush is a phenomenal album, but I think he built on that and was
Damn near
able to
World Class.
gain, and was able to gain commercial success while still being him in Kamikaze, which is why I love that album so much. Everything after that, I could really do without. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could really do without, because Kamikaze has everything that I love for Twista. It got the hit songs, it got him rapping how he rapped, it got amazing production from Kanye. Like, it has everything that I love and want from Twista. So yeah, definitely Twista and Kamikaze. I'm cool. I'm cool after that.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna stay in the city of Chicago and use another Chicago artist. Definitely Kanye West. Come on now, let's start. Let's stop that.
What's the album?
I would probably stop after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and I'll tell you why. Right? You know, we have our conversations about the album. Like, it's a classic, is it not? It's more so a point in time. That's what makes it classic. I think a little bit more than the actual music. I can admit that. But I will say that that album is a true nexus in hip hop, because a lot of people don't become who they are, or the music industry actually changed after that because it provided so much for so many people. So look at one of the initial singles, Runaway, right? I don't think it was the first single. I think Power was. But Runaway, look what that did for Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? Like, it reintroduced himself into a solo artist space, even though he had been rapping kind of away from the clips, for a while. But him being on one of arguably Kanye's biggest hits, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's arguably one of those, and he has a verse on that. So look at what it did for him. Nicki Minaj is on there twice. Jay-Z is on this album twice. Rick Ross went crazy on Devil in a New Dress. Now, I'm not sure if Teflon Don came out after that, but this is in the same year.
Right.
So 2010, and I guess My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy being the album that it is and was or whatnot, you having, Nicki have a breakout year, on that. Jay-Z latching his brand onto Kanye a little bit more. Like, I can admit that too.
Yeah.
And then we don't get Watch the Throne without that. So it's like a lot of stuff because of that album. But, just when it comes to Kanye itself, we wouldn't have half of the stuff we have right now.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
So
that's true.
If he just stopped, like, it's like, because those are the 5. That's the 5 album run. I tell people, like, hey, that's one of the greatest artists of all time. That's one of the GOATs right there. If you just focus on the 5, anything after that,
So, all right, I think you of all people are gonna hate me for this, and there's a lot that this artist has done after this particular album. That, I mean, again, not negating what it was, but if I'm thinking about this particular album itself, for me personally, this is all I really need from this artist. So I'm going Rick Ross, Teflon Don.
Okay.
I think I'm okay with, like, I'm thinking about all Aston Martin musics and all the features and all that. Like, I think I'm cool on all that if I can if I were only to have Teflon Don, if for whatever reason Rick Ross decided to retire and all that, I'm cool with Teflon Don. First of all, classic album. I think we had that on our top 10 albums of the decade, right? Last decade.
I can believe that.
Yeah. I get everything I need. I get the drug music. I get the hits. I get rapping Rick Ross. Like, I get everything I need from Rick Ross here. And I feel like all albums after this are just somehow carbon copies of Teflon Don. So I think I'm comfortable with just having this from Rick Ross. But that's me though.
Listen, that's why I don't want to argue with you about how you feel about Rick Ross.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
Which I know.
You
But
got
I
it.
listen,
Because
that's one of the albums from his catalog, or just any catalog that I go back to quite often and listen to. So
I'm just saying,
I'm satisfied with
God forgives, I don't is not a carbon copy per se.
it.
Because the reason I say that is longer, it has better production actually. Like that's the thing. Like I think 2012 production is better than 2010. Like those 2 years do matter because he has a lot. He really got in his Justice League sample bag over there. That's
Hmm.
why
Hmm.
I think that album holds up because it's part of a 3 album run with Rick Ross. You have Deeper Than Rap, you have Teflon, then you have God Forgives I Don't. Now anything after that,
Yeah.
yes, but I would never leave God Forgives I Don't out the equation. But that's me, like you said.
Yeah.
Um, now with the hmm, let's see. It's so many ways you can go with something like this. I wish a lot of people stop making music. It's like I wish John Legend stopped making music after the 3rd album, which is just okay to me. But
Yeah.
I at least acknowledge it in the part of a 3 album run. Evolver was had some stuff on it, but as an album, I can take it or leave it. So Get Lifted. You know what? Honestly, fuck all that. Get Lifted. We can just
Talk
keep it.
about it. Look.
Nah, fuck all that. I was trying to be nice. Nah,
He's
fuck all
trying to be
that.
not. Don't
John,
do it.
John Legend Get Lifted. That's it. From top to bottom, back to forwards, left to right, right to left. The album is flames, fuego. After then, he started trying to be, like a Black Baccarat. Then he tried to do, he was trying to make EDM songs low key with Green Light, and then it just, then it went real left after that. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
I like this. I like Green Light. That's funny though.
I ain't say nothing wrong with Green Light. I'm talking about the album though. Like I was like, oh my god.
EDM bag. That's funny. That's funny.
He was trying. I know what he's doing.
Now let me ask you this, because there hasn't been too much music after this particular album from this artist.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about Frank Ocean and Channel Orange. Because now that's not to say Blonde isn't a good album, but I could really do without it if all I have from Frank Ocean is Channel Orange. I think I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with that too, because like honestly, Frank's from the era of where your mixtape is really your introduction to us as an artist.
Right.
So your first album could just be okay, and it's kind of bundled into your success. Some people have okay first albums, but that first mixtape before the first album was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
But some people have like a great mixtape and a great first album, and Frank is in that conversation. If you just talking about nostalgia ultra and Channel Orange, like that's a great 1-2 combination. And
Right.
then you go on a feature run. He's sprinkled throughout features all over here and there, and then you just kind of go ghost, and it kind of builds your mystique up. So when Blind comes out, if you didn't consider yourself a real Frank Ocean fan, it's just like, this is okay.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it. Like maybe I wasn't a real fan. Because excuse me, it didn't do much for me, and people herald that album as
Yeah. Yeah. I do feel that. You got any more?
It's a few. Well, let me say to my face, man, the game, man. I don't know where I wanted to stop him at. Maybe after Jesus Piece, right? Even though you can argue stop the train before then, but I'll just say Jesus Piece. It's 2011, 2012. Even though it's a feature littered album, and I know that's a Johnny thing. He hates those, but he has a lot of great features on here. Like he has a lot of great production on here. There's a lot of great song concepts on here. There's a lot of great skits on here.
Mm-hmm.
But after then,
yeah.
like listen, Loki. Listen, I can go through that man discography. Like you can say the documentary, and I understand that's 5 mil out the gate. More, I think most of his most recognizable hits are on that album because it's the first one. Then you got Doctor's Advocate, and then I think you got LAX. Yeah. I think he had the Red Album. The Red Album was just a whole bunch of songs, and then you get Jesus Piece.
Yep. So, yeah.
Exactly. That's why I say you can arguably get on. I can have dealt without the red album. Like, you know what I'm saying? LAX. It's like the first two and Jesus Peace. Them the only ones I kind of down the hill for. Everything else, all right. I understand.
It's like cool.
Yeah, I understand if you're not a game person. I understand.
Right. As much as it's gonna pain me to say this, I gotta go with Lupe Fiasco. Anything after the cool, I think I'm okay with. Like it hurt, and it hurts, right? It hurts because I thought about Lupe, but I was like, no, I can't say Lupe. So I went back and looked through his discography, and like I'm one of those people that I love the intellectual bars and the raps and all that, the deeper meaning. Like I'm one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that. Look, sometimes Lupe is too much for even me. Like I ain't gonna lie, I can't lie about it. I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know what he's talking about every time. I'm not. I'm really not. Like I can't do it. And what he did on Food and Liquor and the Cool, I think was a perfect mix of I'm gonna dumb it down, pun intended, but then also give you the deeper metaphor behind the meaning, behind the scenes, but all that shit raps. But it get like you
need like what's the thing where they got the number and the how you read and they got like the number behind the word and you gotta go down to the bottom of the page.
Footnotes. Yes. Footnote Rap, and that's the name of that's the title. That's the title. Footnote Rap. That's crazy. I need to write that down. But no, that's exactly what Lupe is. And again, I'm not all the way against it, but sometimes the footnotes is too long, my boy. Like the footnotes got footnotes. I'm cool. Pun intended, but no, shout out to Lupe.
Okay, I do got one more. Since you went fave, I'll go fave too, right? I actually did another. I did one when I said the game, but I'll even go to like my goat, right? Sean Corey Carter, Jay-Z. Let's see. Where should have
I'm about to say which album?
I'm gonna be honest. If he didn't stop, it's 2 points where he should have stopped. Like, it's either we should have stopped at the Black album, or we should have stopped at American Gangster.
Ooh, okay.
Because right, a lot of Hov did the retirement thing. He did the Jordan thing. He gave us his dominance, or at least his perceived dominance, how he wanted to phrase it. And he was from 96 to 03, 04 when Black album dropped. Cool. We could have just rolled off into the perceived sunset. We could have just been over here chilling. You could have still got to the business and all the things that you did without having to rap still. But in his retirement phrase, he sprinkled all those those verses. Like we get the Diamonds remix verse. We get Dear Summer verse. We get the Drop It Like It's Hot remix verse. Like you getting all that. You getting that heat, and this nigga's retired? No, nigga, we need an album. No, we need an album. So Kingdom Come. Jay will tell you that that's his worst album. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think there's some gems on it, but hey, that's your worst album. Then you spin the block because you got killed so much for Kingdom Come, and you conceptualized the movie and made a soundtrack to it. And American Gangster is a great. Oh my God, that's top 5 in the discog, but that's another story. So if he had stopped right there, I don't need Blueprint 3. I don't need Watch the Throne. I don't need the Carters. I don't need. I don't even need 444. Like I don't.
That's the one, and that was the one I was thinking about. Yeah.
I mean, but if he's, obviously, I think he has stopped because he would have put out. That was 2017, bro. That's 8 years.
Oh, damn.
Yes. Speaking of 8 years, man, happy Podversary, bro. God damn it. we totally glossed past that because
we did.
So giving us the pod work, but it's just I think if he had stopped at Black album, honestly,
it would have been all right.
Been okay.
and honestly, I thought about you potentially mentioning Jay-Z, and that's the album that I thought maybe, maybe
he could have stopped.
But
there.
I might I'm not a core Jay-Z fan like that. I really like Blueprint 3. I really do, but But again, that's his most commercial album. So
that's all I'm about to say.
That's me.
Them the joints that got him. Like, got him over there. Like, God damn. And I thought Blueprint 3 wasn't bad, but it's kind of like how Blueprint 3 for me is what Lasers is for a Lupe fan.
Yep. And Lasers to me, Lasers completely missed the mark. Like, I saw what he was trying to do, but he ain't landed. Like, it didn't work. It did not work.
Listen to this, bro. Run This Town and New York, New York, whatever that song is with Alicia Keys, are the biggest singles from Blueprint 3. Run This Town. You know what this is. You know what Forever Young?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the deep cut from that album that I really like with J. Cole, A Star Is Born. Like, that's my shit. I love it.
Because I think they was rapping. I think they was rapping on that.
Yes.
But yeah, the deep cuts are what, like, I think really saved the album. Because it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's like Volume 1 all over again. Like, oh, what we doing?
You know what I hate the most about that damn Lupe album, Lasers?
You know what
the biggest song, I'm Beaming, wasn't even on the core album. It was on deluxe.
Oh,
That's
I thought
crazy.
The Show Goes On was big.
The Show Goes On. It was.
Okay.
But was that the lead single?
The show goes on. No,
was that the lead single? I can't remember if that was the lead single or not.
Yeah. That was huge. That was huge for Lupe, bro. That was like daydreaming on steroids for him.
Right. Yeah.
That's because I think it was the production. I forgot who produced it. I don't know if that was like DJ Toomp or something. Because that sound, that wasn't a Lupe sound. It's like either him or Drummer Boy or something. Like, it was something like that.
Something like that. But
man. Something like that. But hey, man, I guess,
fucking
man.
Lasers.
Hey, people, let us know about that topic right there. You know, if you pick an artist, stop their album run, stop their career right there at that album. Let us know.
Yeah, man.
I guess, man, let's just get to it. Blur topic, blur segment, man. Fuck that. Marvel's First Family. Hit the gunshot shot. Hit it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey.
You know, I was excited off the teaser trailer, but now it's up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was excited, but I wasn't like 100% sure if I was like truly on board. But nah, this last joint, I need that. I need it.
Hey man, take my money. Take my money right now. My house and my car. You know what I'm saying? I need all this. You know, the Jodeci verse, man. Come on, don't do this. But nah, bro, like, it's like, okay, Marvel, we trying to restore the feeling. Restoring the feeling is coming. Yes.
Look.
Hey, man. Yeah.
First of all, shout out to Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
I think they made a great choice by making Silver Surfer a woman, and to everybody that's upset by it. There are multiple Silver Surfers in the comics, and a few of them were women. So this is not something that Disney is doing to be woke and all that. Like, source material, go look at it. Anyway, I think that was fire. The fact that we know that Invisible Woman is pregnant in this movie, which I think that's where First Steps come from in the title.
It's a double entendre.
It's a double.
Yeah,
crazy,
double,
right?
Probably triple.
Now,
Marvel playing chess, man. Like that.
I think
that First Steps means a lot, bro.
It means a lot. But see, I think they kind of leaked the entire plot in this film through this latest trailer.
What you mean?
I think so. We know they're pregnant. We know that for whatever reason, Silver Surfer has come to let the Fantastic Four know that Galactus is coming. And I think because of this, Reed Richards is trying to look for a way to get his planet to another universe. And I think that's how he opens a portal to the 616 MCU, and Galactus follows him. And then that's, Secret Wars and all that. Like, I think that might be the plot, but potential spoiler, but whatever.
I don't think so, because they got to fix this best. They're not staying in the 60s. So I think it's pretty much understood. Like, they're not going to stay here. Which is how they end up in 616 universe. These four, well, technically 5 are coming over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Technically. So there's the thing is, and it's been established at least through, I guess, internet fodder, or even some of the, the blogs that we like to, partake in, that they are only there. They are the only superheroes in their universe.
Yep.
There's no Avengers. There's no anybody else. Nobody else exists but them. That's
Yep.
why they are the celebrities that they are in their world. Like they kind of
Mhm.
live their lives out open. Like the thing doesn't, which I'm actually happy to see. He's not like moping. Like I understand it's still a grief of his former self because he doesn't look like himself. But it looks like the kids fuck with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the
Yeah,
people
yeah.
they mess with Ben Grimm. Like, you know what
Pick
I'm
up
saying?
the car. Pick up the
Right.
car.
Big
Yeah.
Grimm, big dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With that. And I think that, it's understood that it's gonna get there, but I think I'm still excited to see what this movie is going to be. And it looks like it's going to be a great self-contained story.
Right.
And then it'll cross over. Then, we'll get to the, I'll do it myself type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. Now I would be remiss if I didn't ask, does this put any more or less pressure on the Thunderbolts? Because that does come out in about
listen, they love stepping on stuff, bro. It's like okay. They like stepping on stuff, bro. Like Marvel don't care. Like they'll stump on some other stuff. Like I like the Thunderbolts come out in 2 weeks. Like I know they dropped another trade, but it feels like there's excitement for it, but it ain't Fantastic Four though. It ain't this. It's like y'all almost did a disservice putting it before. Y'all should have let Fantastic Four get the May spot and then put Thunderbolts after that.
well, I don't know, because
But I know this a
means
different
Fantastic
phase,
Four
though.
is the bigger. Well, no, them putting Fantastic Four out later means that's the bigger movie, because that's
Okay.
deep. Like, that's deep in the summer.
Okay. Well, okay. And the way things have got shaken up, I don't think Thunderbolts was supposed to be released at that point anyway. I think
Probably not.
probably not. And then it felt like, we already see what they did with Captain America. We on to the next one, baby. We ain't got too much to talk about.
No, that's facts.
We
That's
got
facts.
straight to another film. But it's like that Fantastic Four trailer. It's like I think they dropped the trailers back to back too.
They probably did like a day or so after each other. Hey, look, hey, you got one in 2 weeks. You got one in 2 months. Like you gotta do something.
I guess, man. Like, listen, I feel like we just broke even on the Captain America. Like the way they talking, bro. Like it's crazy.
Which is crazy because I think it passed like 400 million worldwide. Which
That's
I
a break
mean,
even. That's a break even for the CGI. We need more. Listen, that's just
just for the cherry blossoms type.
Right,
Shit.
it's just for the whole. The Red
That's
Hope
it.
stuff. That Red Hope scene cost $250 million.
by itself. By itself. That's funny.
Hey, man, before we get up out of here, man, I don't know which way do you want to go with this? Do you want to go Last of Us recap, or do you want to kind of get into that movie topic that we talked about? You got to get rid of one.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right, let's try this out too. So another TikTok topic. We love TikTok because it gives our creative juices flowing. So there's a movie topic where I think it had the top 6 rated comic book movies of all time. So you had Logan, you had The Batman 2022, you had Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse, then Spider-Man 2, then you had Infinity War, and then you had what's the last one I'm missing? Because I can't pull it up. It was what's the higher rated movie to see it? It's not
it wasn't The Dark Knight, was it?
Yeah, The Dark Knight. It was a DC film. So The Dark Knight. All right. So we got 6 films there. So out of those 6, let's run them down again. Logan, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, The Dark Knight, Avengers Infinity War, and The Batman 2022. So you got 2 doubles right there. So out of the 4, let's I don't know which way you want to go with it, bro. Because I think the 2 we just addressed are going to stay. Like the first 2 are going to stay.
First of all, Infinity War is Infinity War.
Infinity War and Logan staying.
Fat, easy. Like no, nothing. It's there.
Boom, over there.
I'm gonna tell you the two that I'm considering that you can get rid of.
What's the shaky ones?
The Batman and Into the Spider-Verse. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna lie about it. You got so with the Batman, you have an introduction of a new Batman. We get a younger Batman that we haven't really seen in a while. You get one of the longer films of this whole debate. But then you introduce somebody that people wouldn't necessarily think to be a Bruce Wayne or a Batman, and you get way more of the detective side of who Batman is, right? In that film. But now you have Into the Spider-Verse, which first animated spider movie with half Latino lead. Cool. You had Miles Morales. Yeah. You have an amazing what do they call it? Like not artwork, but design style. Amazing design style of the entire movie.
Graphic animation.
An amazing story. The story for the movie is great, right? Everything is great. With the Batman, it's Batman. We done seen 100 million Batmans. We done had plenty. We got it. It's Batman, right? We know there isn't too many new approaches taken to Batman when it comes to film, right? So I get it. For me, and also for me, Into the Spider-Verse, as good of a movie as it is, it's gonna sound crazy what I'm about to say. But I don't think it was worth all of the hype that was really around it when it first came out. Again, good story, but I felt like if this is the bar, if this is the bar up here, it was like right here, almost touching, but something didn't really hit like I thought it should have in that movie. Now, I can't really put my finger on it, but whatever's missing is definitely into Across the Spider-Verse in the second one. Like they took what they did, they built on it, way more animation styles, and even better story to me. But everything that Into the Spider-Verse people claimed it was actually that in Across the Spider-Verse, the second.
Help me out here.
Yes, sir.
With that first Miles Morales film, who was the villain in that? Because Into the Spider-Verse is not Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes, Into the Spider-Verse was the first one. Across the Spider-Verse is the second one.
So in the second film, that was the Spot.
The Spot, and then it's going to be
Peter Parker. That one Peter Parker.
Talking about Miguel. Spider-Man 99. Spider-Man 99. I'm trying to look to see. Okay. Use my computer.
Yeah, let me know about that because I'll get into my spiel about the Batman, right? The one, like I said, the two movies that are safe, Infinity War and Logan, not going nowhere. Logan is just a great send-off for such a great character that we've been looking at on screen for up until that point, like 17 years. You know what I'm saying? He been on screen 17 years playing one character, so it was finally good to get that R-rated film, like that's true Logan stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some true Wolverine type of thing. So that's why that send-off for him just felt great.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It's kind of wax poetic. Infinity War, like we said, Infinity War is Infinity War. Spider-Man 2, arguably the GOAT. Arguably, it's up there. Like it might be like if we said like I don't know what's the gap for you when it comes to Infinity War and Spider-Man 2, but Spider-Man 2 feels like such an event. Like listen, Avengers films are cheat codes. It was just Peter Parker and Dr. Ock.
That's it.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And they was cooking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Doc Ock was cooking.
It was.
Parker. And low-key, Peter Parker had nothing for Doc Ock. He took himself out. You know what I'm saying?
That's real talk.
Did he really win? No. I don't know.
And the fact that was a sequel. Like, we don't really get super fire sequels like that.
And think about it like this, bro. You came after William Dafoe Green Goblin, which is not hard. I mean, which is not easy. That's not an easy task.
It's not.
And they leveled up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Three, they fumbled. Like, 3 could have been better. It's kind of like, but 3 ain't being discussed right now. I know.
Right.
Spider-Man 2 is the GOAT, so it's over there for me. Like, so that's the 3 is safe. The Batman is interesting. I think it's the more so the take on Batman than the actual villain himself. Like, I think the villain still won because the city got flooded. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gotham changed because of that. And, I mean, granted, a second-year Batman is not supposed to win, per se. You know what I'm saying?
At least not something that big, right?
Yeah, we still trying to figure what this is, what this is. And, I think the best thing about the Batman is the world around him more so than Batman himself. Right. Like, we get a new, refreshing take on Gotham. Like, we get to the mob stuff for real, for real. That's what this movie, I think, does a lot of heavy carrying in, heavy lifting in, like the storyline around Batman. Into the Spiderverse, you might be on to something, because if I can't remember it, that don't mean it was that good. Now, if they put the second one in there, I'd have clearly got the Batman up out of here.
Easy, gone. Now
the
villain of Into the Spider-Verse was Wilson Fisk, Kingpin.
It was Kingpin.
See, I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, that
shaky baby.
Okay. Like, even though this is a Miles Morales film, and
yeah,
for the people.
But still,
I would have to agree then. I would agree with your take on that. Like, I'm glad we talked about this, because that's why I asked who was the villain, because that's what's going to sway my.
Of course, yeah.
And like I said, the world around Batman with, ultimately the Riddler winning. He went to Arkham after that, and then you got the Penguin running amok. So I think, honestly, the Batman definitely edges that version of Spider-Man, like that version. Now, if it was part 2.
Oh no! Then it's a whole different story. Like, we wouldn't even had this longer discussion. Like, we would have been done. We would have been done.
Yeah, just for the sake of saying. But that's crazy that we agree, because I was looking to just say, get the Batman the fuck out of here. But we had to talk through it.
We did, because even when I saw it, I initially thought, like, this is easily between the Batman and Into the Spider-Verse, and I really had to sit back and think about the plot, the things that happened throughout both of those films. And when really, like, trying to compare, like, I even remember watching Into the Spider-Verse, and as much as I was enjoying it, I didn't feel complete. Like, I didn't feel like standing ovation type shit. I don't know.
That first film was it was a streaming release, right? Wasn't it like kind of like Black Widow, in a sense, like it came out on something? Or was that a movie? Or a theatrical release?
That was a theatrical release. Release.
Well, maybe I just saw it on Netflix for the first time. But I know I saw that second one. Now, the second one came out in the theaters for sure, right?
It did.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to make sure, because I think that mug was came out in 2018, so this is before pandemic.
Yeah, it's before pandemic. Okay. I couldn't recall.
Yeah, man.
So maybe I just saw it on streaming or something like that.
So yeah, man. But that was great. We're gonna have to find some more like that, because that was dope.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, I can make some lists now. That's light. We let the internet give us some content for once. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this so long, bro. You know how many times we done put a movie list together and say one got to go?
It's facts. No, that's facts. But yeah, man, I think we
clearly we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
Listen, if you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long.
Yes, sir.
Hit that comment section and let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And we'll catch y'all next week. And actually, if you're on audio, we'll catch y'all next week too, because ain't no song of the week this week, baby.
Yeah. No song of the week this week, but we promise you we'll be back next week. Full swing, full everything, and everything. But like we say at the end of every podcast, thank you for listening to the things that Minnie and Johnny would like to talk about for this hour and some odd change. You see these faces, you see the logo, you see the link. Make sure you share it, because OS is for the streets.
And with that, that's episode 270.
270.
And we out.
Chill.
Peace.